Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Emily. You're here with Warrior Goddess 555. Today we're going to do Cancer from now until April 1st. So today we're going to be doing our reading based on what you need to focus on. I hope you're not one of the people who is currently out of work, but if you are, it's a great time to focus on ourselves. I'm a hairdresser, so right now my salon is currently closed till April 1st, so I am going to be focusing on my YouTube channel, and tonight I'm going to get all of the March readings done for the spring equinox here, and just kind of like letting people know what you don't see coming, what you need to focus on in regards to yourself. So we'll see what comes out, but nonetheless, I kind of want this to be all about you. You know, typically I feel like a lot of people are worried about our career, about love, just whatever, but right now I think it is a very clear time that we need to focus on ourself, self-healing especially, and just like what we're not facing, our shadow side, just all that fun stuff that, like, you know, we tend to push to the side. I know that I do that as well as everyone else, and we tend to kind of box it up and put it over there and say, yeah, I'll get back to that, and then we just kind of don't. So anyways, let's start off with some love oracles for Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Also, guys, tomorrow I'll be starting Venus. So I'm going to finish up the Marches for the Sun, Moon, and Rising, and then tomorrow I'm going to do all the Venuses focused on specifically love. So I just personally like to do that because I think it allows us to get a little bit more in depth when we do it kind of separately. So anyways, spirit guides, gods, and goddess, I am asking for clear messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so what is unclear or confusing to Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? So this is going to be the Moon position. What is unclear? What is a unclear love message or confusing for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising that they need to hear right now? Okay, so we got a whole bunch, so I'm going to take the first one that came out, which is separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, so typically, you know, I don't know what everyone believes, but in a twin flame relationship, you go through multiple separations and unions, and that is just for the healing of each. So something that's unclear might be confusing you. You might already be in a separation, or you might be getting ready to go on a separation. You don't see that coming. So what is Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What are they seeing but refusing to accept? Okay. We got two here, so I'm going to take both. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. Okay, it's crazy that I just said that you go through a lot of separations and unions, and that's back to back. So something that's unclear or you're confused about is your separation, but something that you're seeing but refusing to accept is that they are coming back, and they're coming back for a reconciliation because of you guys share a lot of passion. Right behind it came out passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So I'm getting kind of like strongly here that if you have already been in a separation that is about to end and you're going to reunite, and I think it's going to bring forth a lot of passion. I think that this whole time, you know, when we have our twin flame, I don't think that we ever completely lose that passion. I think that, you know, the tower falls, whatever, and we need to split. Whenever we do the healing on both ends, we come back. Sometimes there's a lot of like false coming back because, you know, one person hasn't done as much healing as the other, and the universe likes to keep things balanced. So let's do this is the water card. So it's what emotions are currently blocking you, Cancer. So what emotions and love is currently blocking Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What emotions are blocking Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Spirit? honeymoon, the bliss of spending time together. Okay, so anytime I get the honeymoon card, sure, you know, you could have been married before, but what I feel with this is every relationship we go through that honeymoon phase, right? And with honeymoon and passion beside each other, I think that you guys had a very passionate relationship, and sometimes it's like a little toxic, so you were kind of forced to separate, and I don't think either of you wanted to, but when you reconcile, you're going to get that passion back and go straight into that honeymoon phase. Okay, so what's the heart? What is the reason? Even though we got 4, I'm just going to do the last. What is the heart? What is the reason for the reading? What is the reason for Cancer's reading with Sun, Moon, and Rising? What is the reason, or do I already have what I need? Okay. You know what? We have force. I'm going to take them on the bottom of the deck. You have playfulness, and very soon on the top. So this month, March, you guys are going to come out of separation. You are going to reconcile. There's going to be a lot of passion, and you guys, I think, are going to kind of pick back up in that blissful honeymoon kind of phase. So that's pretty exciting, Cancer. I see this spring bringing in some good stuff. A lot of times, you know, in the spring, when we come into spring, like spring equinox, we are kind of cleansing ourselves. Like I had an all-day fire today. You know, I cleaned the house. I got rid of a lot of old stuff, cleaned up outside, had a huge fire with my son, you know, sweated a lot, kind of like a little bit of our own homemade sweat lodge, because the winter can kind of be like, you know, the dark night of the soul phase, where we really need that time. We go through a lot, you know, we're kind of facing our own stuff, and then the spring kind of brings the light out. It's like you went through the darkness, here comes the light. So I kind of see this relating to y'all's reading. Like you've been in this separation, it's time to reconcile, it's time to heal completely, bring that passion back, bring that spark back, you know, if this is a healthy relationship anyways, and kind of get in that honeymoon phase again and enjoy life, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like sometimes we hold on to grudges way too long. Like we need to be a little bit more lighthearted and just like forgive and realize that things happen, and there's no need to, like, once you get to a certain level on your spiritual journey, pride and ego doesn't exist. So I really hope as a collective we're getting there. Spirit, please give me some cards for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is unclear for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Clarify the separation card. What is unclear or confusing to Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising at this time? Okay. Mental conflict. Okay. As well as rest and rejuvenate. Okay, so a 2 and a 4 underneath separation, which is 6, which is ultimately equals the Lovers. In the Sixth Sense on the bottom of the deck, shadow. Okay, what was I just talking about, guys? The shadow side. So I think that you guys are in a little, you know, in your head a little bit about this separation, and it's draining you, and it's time to kind of rest and maybe this reading will help to put your mind at ease, because they're coming back, guys. You're going to reconcile. You're going to get all this off your chest. So for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising seeing but refusing to accept? What is Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What are they seeing but refusing to accept? Clarifying this reconciliation, please. What is Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising seeing but refusing to accept? And clarify the reconciliation card for me, please. What is this reconciliation for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What is this reconciliation for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? All right. Spirit guides, please give me a clear answer for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is this reconciliation? What are they not seeing? Okay, one flipped. Solitude and separation. Okay, so you guys have separation and reconciliation, but right now, and that's a 9, you're still in the solitude, you're still in separation, and I think you're kind of refusing to accept that you need to take advantage of this time and enjoy your solitude, because, you know, I, like, personally for me, I'm like, I know that my next is going to be my forever, so what's the rush? You know, what's the rush? So enjoy the solitude that you have, because when you reconcile, I think it's going to be full force. You know, the passion's going to be back. There's going to be the honeymoon phase where you're spending all your time together. You're doing all of this. Bottom of the deck, is new beginning. So there is a new beginning. However, it is the waiting game. You know, this is take whatever side resonates, but you or your partner has not completely done all of the healing. And I think it's creating a little bit of stagnant energy. So continue with your solitude. Read the books. Like, I love this solitude card because she's just sitting there. She's happy. She's reading. She is, you know, just healing. She is getting to know herself. Like, the soul is here to love and just give love and want to be loved. It has a lot of healing to do from past lives and stuff. I really suggest, you know, watching videos on your North Node to see like about your North Node and your South Node, about past lives and what you're kind of facing, lessons that you're going to continue to be learning throughout this physical life. Because I feel like that just really helps the soul. I just finished this book called The Seat of the Soul. The Seat of the Soul. I highly suggest anybody to read it. It really breaks down a lot to do with like a 5 century human personality, the psychology of it, and the soul. And the soul is way different from the personality and the ego. So we need to kind of work on detaching the personality and the ego from the soul, because the soul is just love. And the personality has everything because it's, you know, 5 sensory personality. You know what I mean? We feel all the emotions. So with that being said, like, that's great and that's fine because that's how we get through our healing. But it is time to just really, like, we all just need to be a little bit more lighthearted and try to get in tune with ourselves. Because, you know, if we can't be honest with ourselves, we can't be honest with anybody. We all know this. So we just kind of, I feel like, need to practice what we preach as a collective, and just kind of like, when we are in a separation, don't be sad about it and don't live in fear and anxiety and doubt, because when we live in fear and doubt, we attract negativity, and negativity feeds off of negativity. So enjoy your solitude through this separation. Know that reconciliation is coming, but you need to get rid of negative thoughts, fear, and anxiety first. And then after you do that, you need to rest and rejuvenate, because you need to get out of that way of thinking, rest, come to your solitude, come to enjoying being with yourself on your spiritual journey. Reconciliation is coming with passion and a honeymoon. So please clarify this passion card for what emotions are blocking you. So it's kind of crazy that for what emotions are blocking you, Cancer, it's passion. So I think that you Cancers are allowing the passion you have for this person to get in the way, and kind of that's where this mental conflict is coming, because you're allowing the passion that you have for this person, maybe the lust, etc., to get in the way of the healing process to bring you back together. Please clarify this passion. Why is passion getting in the way for Cancer? All right, right here, guys. Moving on, okay? Moving on. All right, so the passion is getting in the way of you moving on from things maybe that happened in your relationship that you need to let go of, okay? It's getting in the way of that. Whenever we reunite and stuff, if we want to build a stronger foundation, we already know this, so let's just do it. You have to move on and forgive, and if you can't do that, then you need to get with somebody else. Bottom of the deck, stand your ground. Do not always cave. Do not always give in, Cancers. I feel like Cancers they're so amazing, but they choose to forgive the unforgivable. It is okay to not forgive every single little thing. You guys are the most sentimental of the zodiac sign, you know, and that's great. However, people can take advantage of that very easily because your heart is so kind. Okay, so I think that's a lesson, especially for Cancers, is to not be manipulated by others and not allow others to manipulate you so easily. And Swords, honeymoon. What is the reason for this spread? Why is the honeymoon card here? Please clearly clarify the honeymoon card for Cancers. All right, I'm going to take both. Balance. Okay, balance. We need to gain balance and movement, choices, and decisions. We need to gain balance over our decisions and moving forward. On the bottom of the deck, deception and envy. Underneath of that is obstacles and challenges. And on the top of the deck, Harmony. Okay, so this is beautiful. As soon as you guys get rid of these blocks, as soon as you allow passion to stop getting in the way from moving on and healing from what needs to be moved on from, stop allowing people to deceive you and stop living through fear and doubt. If no one is deceiving you, then stop deceiving yourself or stop deceiving other people. Take the mask off and be real. Be real with yourself and then be real with them. I always say this, you need to feel that shit, you need to free that shit, and you need to face that shit. So you feel it, and then you face it, and by facing it and feeling it, then you free it, okay? So it works. You know, it's not the easiest thing in the world, but you know, you should try it. So separation is happening right now. You guys are going to reconcile. Passion's kind of blurring your vision a little bit. You know, maybe you guys have some great, you know what, in the bedroom, which kind of gives you this blissful feeling. But this connection needs to regain its balance, guys. And how you're going to gain the balance is by moving on and making the right choices and the right decisions, by continuing to stay in your solitude while you get rid of this like fear and doubt, and then you rest and rejuvenate to come back into harmony. And as soon as you do that, I feel that everything is going to fall into place with a new beginning with someone else, because we can't really attract a new beginning with someone else while we're over here mentally conflicted thinking about someone else, because that wouldn't be fair to the new person. So let's not be doing that. So regain your balance, Cancers. Regain your balance, move forward, you know, move on from things that no longer serve you and things that hurt you, and know that you are in a twin flame connection. You're in separation, or you're going to be, and then reconciliation's coming. I strongly feel that you're in separation. I think you have been for a while. So, and then we got 2 6s here. We got 2 6s here and 2 2s here, and 11, which is 2. So, definitely a lot of synchronicities for you guys. All right. So Spirit, please give me some clear cards. So we're going to clarify with tarot, guys, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is unclear and confusing Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising at this time about the separation? Why are they having mental conflict about the separation, and what do they need to know? What are they not seeing, and what do they need to know? What is confusing them? Please help to give them some information. Okay, so these two both came out. Page of Swords. Someone's watching you guys, one, or communication is coming in. 5 of Pentacles, abandoned, feeling left out in the cold. Back to the separation here. So I think that you guys are just kind of having a time where you're thinking a lot, kind of stuck in your head about the separation, how they've made you feel. Maybe they kind of ghosted you guys. Maybe they left you out in the cold when you broke up. Maybe you kind of felt like abandoned and really betrayed by this person. Maybe they're not pulling their weight financially. Or they didn't bring as much to the table as you guys. And it doesn't just have to be financially, but it can be like love-wise. Like, you know, maybe you always just gave and gave and gave and you didn't get it back. Communication is coming in from them. And what's next is reconciliation. So I feel like that's kind of obvious right there too. And what you're seeing but refusing to accept. Why is Cancer refusing to accept their solitude while they're waiting for their reconciliation? Clear answer, please. All right, the Queen of Cups. Okay, so that's you guys. If you are a feminine, the Queen of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I think what you're seeing but refusing to accept is that you are the Queen of Cups and you are in your power right now while you're in your solitude, because you're loving yourself, you're filling your cup in order to become whole yourself. You're embodying that queen energy, for reconciliation. And when you have your full cup and, it's a cup of love, you're ready to give it. So it's really good to see that by the end of the month, you guys are kind of coming out of that mental conflict, left out in the cold, separation, abandonment kind of energy, and coming into communication after you've gotten your rest, after you've enjoyed your solitude. You're embodying your power. You're coming into your personal power. Why is passion blocking, emotionally blocking Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising from moving on? 2 of Pentacles. Well, because you're juggling. Well, because you haven't made a decision, because you're juggling decisions. Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck in the reverse. So typically that's deception. So when I see it in the reverse, it's like you're starting to think clearly, but you're kind of like juggling two ideas. Or this could be two people. But it doesn't really seem like two people here. It kind of seems like pretty much one person here. So I think that you're kind of going back and forth. You're having a little bit of back and forth energy. Should I go? Should I stay? Mental conflict. Definitely about moving on. So guys, just try to gain your balance here. I mean, the balance card's here, and then you got the Two of Pentacles. So by gaining your balance, if you want to know how to do that, this is just a suggestion from me. Take some time in your solitude, read, just get to know yourself better, you know, whatever your soul likes. Get a little morning routine just of you, or evening, or just whatever you like, just for you, and meditate and just like feel what you need to feel, face it, and then free it. Like write on, you know, sticky notes and put them on your mirror. That's what I do. Like I heal daily. And I progress daily because I feel that you guys are really stepping into your power. You're coming out of this separation. You're coming out of this mental conflict and abandonment feeling. And you're really coming into your power with this solitude, but you're still kind of juggling. You're still kind of back and forth. What should I do? So you're being called, you know, the reason for this reading is because you need to gain balance, and how you're going to do that is by movement, choices, and decisions. So this Two of Pentacles is you needing to make a decision to stick to it. Do I stay with this person, or do I go to something new? That's only a question that you guys can answer. All right. And for the reason of this matter, what does Cancer need balance in regards to their decisions and movement? Well, the King of Cups. Look here, guys. Your counterpart. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. New beginning. This makes me happy. I love seeing this. Underneath, the Two of Swords and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So, definitely the situation is not completely healed. You know, the Two of Swords, like, just, I actually read this earlier and I wrote it down because I just thought it was awesome. The Two of Swords is, let me pull this out here to show you guys. The Two of Swords is a decision. The left sword is what we receive. The right hand, the right sword, is what we give. The swords are the reasoning, and the reason for seeing this is to take the blindfold off, to make a decision based off of logic. And it's kind of crazy because the Ace of Cups in reverse is behind it, not off of emotion, because it seems that right now this connection is emotionally drained. And it's obvious that that's why you're in separation, and that's why you need the healing and all of this. So anyways, the Queen and King of Cups is right here. So you guys are a counterpart. I strongly feel twin flame, or just, you know, soulmate in general. Ultimately, this is a beautiful reading, but you guys really need to just make the decision. Stop going back and forth. Make a decision and stick to it. As a water sign, I'm a Pisces. I know it's not easy, but this is going to become something beautiful. You will reconcile. There is a ton of passion. The love is there. You guys are just feeling drained, and I think that you know, everyone in this connection is deceiving themselves a little bit about the work that needs to be done. Sometimes when we do so much work, it's like, oh my God, how do I still have work to do, you know? So anyways, you guys are both here, but what's in between you guys is balance. And there at the bottom of the deck, there is a new beginning. Let's see what's on the front. With the Ten of Cups, oh my God, this is the happily ever after. Guys, get to work. Do the inner work. Enjoy your solitude. Gain your balance. Move on from whatever each of you did to each other. You know, this wasn't one person at fault here. Move on from that. Get out of your head. Take the time to rest. Take the time to have your solitude, to get yourself back, to fill your cup, move forward, gain your balance, and go get your counterpart, guys. You know, I want to pull one to close this out. I've been on here for like 25 minutes already, so let's close this out with a final message with my Divine Circus Oracle. It's got like affirmations and stuff. I just love these cards, and you know, I think it'll just be a good thing to close it out. So for the outcome of this reading, just can I please have a card for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What do they need to hear as a last message? One last message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to hear? What do they need to hear for this new beginning with this connection? What do they need to hear? What does Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to hear, please? Spirit guides, please give me a very clear message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card for what they need to hear. Whoa, that was almost a lot. What do they need to hear? Okay. Wow. All right, date with destiny, guys. Date with destiny. This is a number 43, so 7. So some of you guys could be a life path 7. Underneath is divine disguise. So a lot of blessings come in disguise. A lot of things that, you know, we go through is painful and stuff, and we're just kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Will this ever end? But in all reality, it was divine. You probably knew this deep down. That's probably why it was like really hard to get over this person or just leave them alone, because that's the twin flame connection. Date with destiny is a card that says, stop, you're good, enjoy this moment. Because destiny, this is your destiny. This is fate. This is going to happen. Everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to. You might not see everything clearly right now, but that's okay, because soon you will. Follow your intuition. She is coming in this month to tell you that this is divine and all this was meant to happen for your happily ever after. Out of the ethers into your life, she arrives now because you have a date with destiny. She is a mysterious creature. Her ways are wild and her guidance is true. She may create chaos from which a new order can emerge, but there is no need to fear. She has come to inspire, uplift, and direct you. A date with destiny is a big deal. It's the moment when you realize there is something helping you out, something intelligent, powerful, and wise. No matter how empowered you are, something even more powerful than your efforts are happening. This oracle card, it says all bets are off. Nothing is held sacred and anything can happen. If you are a control freak, this might scare you. So you need to know something important. Trust in destiny on your behalf. She is working for your best intentions. Trust or go mad, because you cannot control her. This is your fate for your best life, for your highest good. Here's an affirmation. My date with destiny is full of the most fun, joy, passion, purpose, and play that I can have whilst being me. So sometimes when I get, you know, I do these cards in the morning stuff, and I try to say this a couple of times just to kind of like get it in my subconscious. And one of the healing tricks for this, which I love how when these cards there's healing tricks, this one says, I am on a date with destiny and me. My life and all my dreams now become perfectly aligned to fulfill the divine potential within me. How pretty. I am on a date with destiny and me. My life and all my dreams now become perfectly aligned to fulfill the divine potential within me. This was beautiful, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will be better at getting all of my readings out, and Venus ones are to come tomorrow. So that'll be specifically love. Your all's reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising basically was love. There was like nothing else in this, but you guys are definitely dealing with your twin flame. Your counterpart is here. Do the work. They're doing the work. You do the work. You guys are going to come together in complete balance and harmony with a new beginning with the 10 of Cups. This looks beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoy your night. Happy spring equinox. Bye, guys.